Well, Ian, thank you for calling me in again today. Another signing, this time Kris Doolan. Now, everyone knows who he is. I think he's been around Scottish football, a proven striker, great reputation, and also someone you helped to start off his senior career.
Yeah, I signed him from, I hate to say the name, Auchinleck Talbot, many years ago, and he came in and he obviously he's turned into a bit of a legend at his previous club, scored an awful lot of goals. I always felt that it's not rocket science, but we needed two strikers and allow Craig more time to recover, and I always felt one of them needed to be a proven striker, and Dools is that. He's a great boy, great tight, great professional, and if he can stay fit, I think it'd be good to get 15 goals plus. Though I never set targets, I mean, I don't think we can, you know, trying to replace Lawrence Shanklin is the hard part. You know, in all my time in management, I've never had a player that's had such an impact at a football club, and you know, I'm not sure we could sign many players in the whole of Scotland from any club who would replace Lawrence and what he did. So it's important other people pitch in, but Doolan, his touch and his movement, you know, his professionalism as well. We've always thought when we sign players, Dools have got another 3 or 4 years left, but when you sign players in their 30s, they've got to be good pros, they've got to be really good in the dressing room, and that's exactly what Kris Doolan is. The thing that clinched it for me was I had a coffee with him about 5-6 weeks ago, this is taken, because, and I know again, every manager says it, but there genuinely was a lot of clubs wanting to sign him. But when I met him for a coffee, I saw a real hunger in his eye, that he felt him. It's nothing to do with me, I've got to say, but he felt maybe been unfairly treated in certain ways at his previous club, and I think he really wants to go out and prove some people wrong and have a really good season and continue to be a really good goal scorer. So I'm absolutely thrilled we got him. I don't think the fact I signed him, I'm not sure it's got much to do with it. I would thank Lachlan and the board of directors for the offer. I mean, he's well within what we pay, but I think it's because, you know, he didn't really want to be travelling 2 hours, 4 hours, things like that every day. He stays 10-15 minutes from Somerset, which was very lucky for us, and hence he's here, and he's got the number 8 jersey, so hopefully he can score a lot of goals for us.
You said there was a number of clubs looking for him, and I think that was obvious with it. It took a wee bit of while to get him. Was it 6 weeks? But he had a lot to think over.
Yeah, he did, and I didn't at any stage rush him. I didn't feel that was right. I felt it was very important for us, as I've just said, to have a proven striker. You know, we will be looking for another striker, maybe a younger one, but you know, we won't always be able to unearth a Michael Rose or a Danny Harvey or a Lawrence Shanklin or these types. So this one's not really a chance, in my opinion. I think he's fit enough. I think he was never reliant. I think he's reasonably quick, but he was never reliant on pace. If he had searing pace, with all due respect, Partick Thistle, a club close to my heart, that he wouldn't have been Thistle for 10 years, because his touch and his finishing is sublime at times.
What's the length of his contract?
Just 1 year. But hopefully he'll be here another 2 or 3 years.
Now, you were just talking about there maybe another striker or something like that. You talked to me a couple of weeks ago and you said you quite fancied getting a winger in.
Well, I think we need. Well, first of all, there's been an awful lot talked about the budget. You know, the bottom line is our chairman has been fabulous for our football club. Our directors, although they frustrate me sometimes, they give everything for the club. You know, and they love this football club. So, you know, see, even if our budget last year was 8, 9 or 10, it didn't stop us winning football matches. That's what we've got to try and do again. Simple as that. We need all the fans, everybody behind us, to do that. I think I'm not sure we'll be able to do all this, but I definitely think we need a goalkeeper, obviously, and I think we're quite far down. I won't mention who it is. I think everybody does know who it is. I think it's a chance I'm taking, but I think this particular goalie, he's at another club, so I won't mention who it is. I think you all know who it is worth taking a chance on, and I hope that he'll be back. I think we maybe need cover at right back. I think we need a midfield player to replace Robbie. I think we need a wide player, a more attacking type player, and I think we need another striker. You know, whether we'll get all that, you know, I don't know. It's a matter of using the funds that we have very, very wisely. You
mentioned Robbie Crawford there, and last time we were speaking, it was the day before, you said you were going to phone him the next day, and you got the word that he wasn't coming back. How much has that changed your plans, and what has it done to your plans?
Well, I mean, Robbie was, I was surprised he chose Livingston, because there's bigger clubs than that in from, but obviously they showed that they really wanted him, so well done at Livingston for that, because they're getting a very fine player. Well, I do think we maybe need a type of player like Robbie that can run about the pitch for 90 minutes non-stop, in terms of legs. I was gutted when he left, but I totally understood it, and I felt he was only staying. His dad texted me from Thailand, and it got to the stage where I felt Robbie was staying because he thought he'd disappoint me, and that is not why he stayed at a football club. So I hope he goes on and fulfills everything that I think he is, and I'm sure he will. But in terms of us, I think he needs replaced.
Have you got an eye on anyone in
specific? Yeah, I've got loads, but it's all got to be done in a certain way, and it's got to fit into what we do. I mean, I hate using the word culture, but what we're trying to do here, what we've done in the last 2 years, and also the funds available. We've all got to be realistic. Me especially. I mean, at the end of last season, I was talking about winning the league, and of course I want to win the league because that's what this club's given me. But sometimes you need to temper your ambition, but listen, we still got to aim for the playoffs. It's as simple as that. United have got to aim for the playoffs next year. Whether we'll get there, who knows? But we've got to try our very, very best.
What's the squad like now? What have you got at this moment signed?
Well, I think we've got about 16 or 17 outfield players in Big Ellis. We've got young Danny Graham in, who's a goalie but he's very much in the plans for the reserves this year. So I think we're 5 or 6, 4 or 5 that we need to get. But I remember last season we were crying out. Andy Giggins started great at right back, and we signed a player at right back quite late on in August, and he did quite well for us. So Liam Smith obviously, so that there's plenty of time to get players in. I'm not a huge fan of loans, but it may be an avenue, maybe 2, maybe 3 we might have to go down.
Players came back, was it last week, to start training again? I've just been looking going on, all looking great. It was lovely to see Craig Moore actually walking in, which was I was quite surprised about.
Well, listen, it's players these days. It's I remember years ago you used to go away and I certainly did. Maybe that's why I had a terrible career, but you went away and enjoyed yourself and came back in and worked hard to lose weight and to do this, that, and the next. But nowadays, not one of our players came back overweight, and all their body fats were fine. So it's just a matter. I don't think we need to. They're way up to Roselle this morning to do a bit of running, and then we'll go out this afternoon, and that'll be about their 8th or 9th session already. By the end of the week, we'll be ready to maybe have a little practice match, and then obviously Tuesday night we've got Queen's Park.
Is it just the same kind of 2 that are Jamie and Craig, who are still the ones that you're...
Craig's going for an X-ray on Friday to make sure everything's okay, and Jamie, we hope we'll get the all clear on July the 2nd to begin full training.
Right, well let's get on to next season then. The league fixtures came out this week, or on Friday there. Nice to open at home against Morton.
Yeah, great. They've got a new manager who's done very well in the past, and they'll bring a good support down. Listen, it's really exciting for where we've been, for our club to be in the Championship. We need to do this for the next 2 or 3 seasons to prove that we are an established Championship club, and then maybe, you never know, in a couple of seasons we might unearth 2 or 3 Shanklins, Roses, Smiths, these type of guys, and go and try and win it. That's why I was incredibly disappointed last year we didn't win the league. I thought in the first half of the season we were miles better than everybody else. I mean, certain things happened in the second half that made things a bit more difficult. That's what's... I think the fans feel that as well. But that's what's kind of got my fire absolutely back. But again, going on to the chairman and the board, can't he do anymore? I mean, it's just, over a season, yes, budgets maybe matter, but see, in a game, when you walk onto the pitch, it doesn't matter. It's 11v11, you just give your best, you try and win football matches, and that's what we want to do this season. And as I said, the target's a playoff, and we've all got to be really focused, and by all I mean the crowd, the directors, the players, myself, the staff, you guys, really focused to try and get in that top 4 again, which would be a sensational achievement. I mean, I think the last couple of seasons, I think Ayr United and Kilmarnock, believe it or not, the 2 Ayrshire clubs have achieved most in Scottish football.
Now, just listening to you there, you may have been disappointed that you get, well, that natural disappointment, a lesser budget, whatever. But you see,
it wasn't that. I'm just very disappointed that I got very, very close to 4 or 5, 6 players that have all left, and that's hard. I want to be in a position at our football club to offer Shanklin a 3-year contract a year ago. So I wouldn't mind so much if Long Shanklin left and somebody gave us 300 grand for him. But I don't like to see that amount of talent walk out the door for nothing. That really frustrates me, and I'm sure it frustrates the board as well. So, but we've got to get ourselves in a position where that's what we can do.
But it's also, what I was trying to say about that was it seems to actually have given you a fire. You want to achieve more, even if you've got this. It seems like it's a challenge you're
well, listen,
thriving
on. As a lot of people know, I've turned down some jobs. I'm indebted to Ayr United. I'm indebted to Lachlan Campbell because they gave me the fire back. And in the last 2 years, I mean, the second season I was here was very hard. It was a tough season, and it might have been the best thing for us. But the last 2 seasons have been. There's been an unbelievable atmosphere around this football club, and that's got to continue.
Right, and again, we talked about the league there. Start with Morton. It's going to be a challenging season, but it's going to be one that you're all up for. Betfred Cup always comes. You talked to me was it last time about where is the season break?
Yeah.
Where is it? Because you're straight back in the Betfred Cup. And we've got Berwick and everything like that. That can be a stumbling block, but it can also be a really good start to the season.
Yeah, I mean, listen. When I spoke to a couple of directors the other week, there we were talking about maybe trying to use some of the money from the Betfred Cup as if we're definitely going to qualify. We have been spoiled here. I know people talk about last year's Scottish Cup game, but we've played 12 Betfred group games. We won 11 of them. That's not always going to be the case, but the target is, I take this competition seriously. Last season at the game at Dens Park, there were punters, about 300-400 punters there. They remember that forever, when we absolutely destroyed Dundee. And then we ended up having a good financial return at Ibrox, albeit I don't think we played that well that night. But getting to the quarterfinals of the League Cup, I still call it League Cup, it's important. I think you do shape your pre-season around it. You certainly don't have as many pre-season games because you've got 4 coming in quick succession. So we've done well in it, and let's fingers crossed we can keep that going.
It's exciting times here at Somerset Park.
It'll be exciting if we can get another 3 players in.
was that directed at the directors there?
Listen, the directors want the players in as well. I mean, they're all fans. They're desperate for the club to do well. I mean, our chairman, when we won the title on that pitch, I've never seen anybody as emotional in my whole career. And I've been doing this in football for 4 decades. Well,
Ian, all the best. Thanks for talking to us again. As we said at the beginning of this, great signing, Kris Doolan. As it says with Partick Thistle, I've always said about him, and I asked him about this, great on the park, great off the park as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a top pro, and I just saw him there. His body shape is, when I signed him as a boy, he was a skinny boy. Now, his body shape's completely changed. It just tells you. Alan Forrest looks at that. He's going to work even harder to get stronger. That's the type of thing you've got to get here. And listen, hopefully when I'm talking to you again, there'll be a player with a similar name rejoining us.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.